live.
Hey y'all, it's Trap Talk Radio, Trap Talk, Trap Music, and Trap Possibilities right here on In Touch Radio, reality radio where everyone is a star. If you haven't already, go ahead and text a friend www.intouchnews.com. Again, it's www.intouchnews.com. And y'all want to call in and talk to me, 813-444-9588. Again, it's 813-444-9588. Welcome back to the Trap, y'all. I'm so happy to be back and be able to talk to you guys. I hope you guys are having a great week. Can y'all believe it's already July 15th? We in the fall. I was in the store the other day, and then I realized that they were changing all of the summer stuff to school stuff, and I'm like, are we really getting ready for school? I think that also when we're shopping in the stores and retail, when retail starts shifting to another season, it almost speeds up the process. You're not able to almost like enjoy where you are, because we still got a couple weeks left from summer, right? But it's like when I was in the store, I felt like, okay, well, I need to start getting my fall clothes together. I was talking to some friends the other day, I was like, yeah, girl, I gotta hurry from wear this outfit because I gotta wear this outfit already because the fall is right around the corner, right? So but in reality, we still got a couple weeks, but everything's already getting ready. I cannot believe it is July 15th, y'all, in 2020. So yeah, we are here. One of the things that I learned in the trap this week was I've come to realize that we are exactly where we're supposed to be, right? I was talking to a friend of mine, and I realized I was with my baby, and I was happy to go to my mom's house, and it was just me and Legacy. And I realized in this moment in my life, I need my daughter. I just needed to be me and my baby. And 5 years ago, I would have never thought that I would be a mom, and nevertheless, like a single mom on paper, right? Because I definitely have a whole bunch of support with Legacy babies. I do not feel, I'll make that clear, I'm not, by definition, a single mama, but on paper, I'm a single mama, right? But in this place where I am in my life, I just really needed to be, I have what I need for me to do what I need to do. Right now, I'm really focused on work. I'm really focused on growing my business again. I'm really focused on the path that I'm on. But I have everything that I need. And I'm looking at the different people around us. And although you may have gotten to the point that you're currently in, maybe you didn't get there by choice. Maybe you thought in your mind that you should be in a different place. But I promise you, for whatever you're dealing with right now, it doesn't have to be anything negative, right? Nothing bad, so to speak. But you have exactly what you need in your life right now for a reason. I think we all have to make sure that we look at that and we are able to embrace and appreciate the people that you have in your life, the way your life is set up. I am very comfortable with I tell people all the time, with how I do my finances. I work hard to make sure that my finances remain low because I want to be able to live a certain type of lifestyle, right? Me making sure that I have a support system and family in place allows me to do what I need to do. But I'm grateful for the things. So for the way things have played out, even though they may not have played out initially how I want them to play out, it's all for your good. And I'm just grateful that I'm able to have that reflection and say, you know what? I can see why people need this. I can see why people need that. I can see why this is happening in a person's life. I remember what you need in your life. God has already set it up for you. It's going to be beneficial for you to have what you need right then. I have a friend that she's been trying to have a baby. And then every year when she doesn't have a baby, something happens and she's able to literally look back and say, oh, I'm so grateful that, I don't have a kid. And I'm like, see, right? So, yeah, it's definitely, you want to have, you should be grateful for where you are in your life. That's one thing I want to make sure that you guys learn in the trap this week. Look at what you have and understand that you have exactly what you need in your life right now for what you're trying to, whatever path you're going to, what you're trying to accomplish, what you're trying to overcome, what you're trying to work through, whatever, right? Be grateful because of where your life is set up is what you need right now. So that's what I learned in the trap this week. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, yeah. Listen. And another thing that I learned was I didn't realize that I was on a journey. And so I was talking to this lady about this lady that works out here at 5508. and we were just talking about different paths, and she's like, CJ, you're on a path, like you're on a discovery path with yourself. And I didn't realize that, but I'm like, see, if I would have had all these extra distractions, I wouldn't be able to discover. If that is a journey that I'm on, right? If that's a journey that I'm on, I'm happy things are working out the way they're supposed to. And we have to be mindful of the things that we're putting back into our brain, back into our energy. So I've been watching Criminal Minds like a whole bunch. Like every time I turn on the TV, I'm watching a couple episodes. Yeah, I gotta pause it because I can't work out without thinking a car is about to somebody about to bust out. And I'm joking, but I'm serious, right? Even my dreams are starting to be really like tense, and I'm like, I was praying today, and I'm like, God, why I feel this way? Like, why am I worried about X, Y, and Z? And He spoke in my spirit. You've been watching Criminal Minds every day, all day. Literally. Anna came to my office the other day, and I was in here and packing paint for painting in the trap, and I said, Anna, can I watch Criminal Minds? I've been literally, get this, I've been feeding my spirit Criminal Minds. And Criminal Minds is nothing but killing and death and all of that. Murder, death, serial killers, and molestation and rape, and I've been pouring myself that.
That's a lot.
What is that?
Now I'm gonna need you not to be watching that every day, all day.
That's what I'm saying. But I didn't even think about it.
Because remember, food is still what you put into your eyes, what you put into your ears, what you touch. So, if you're feeding yourself just that, it's probably not going to pan out well.
No. I mean, I'm positive. You know what I'm saying?
Can we switch it to like some Love Jones or something?
That's what I got to find minutes here. I need to find some family and some love. And
Black Lightning is good.
Black Lightning is good.
Watch that.
And I watched, I think, the first season. I might be on the second season, but I stopped. Whatever.
Black Lightning is
I'm
good.
just gonna have to switch it up because I just been like, and that literally, I heard that clear as day, baby. You've been watching Criminal Minds, so
you got a criminal mind.
I got a criminal mind, baby. I've been watching Criminal Minds. Yeah. So yeah, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work at all, baby. I gotta switch it up. So yeah, just be mindful what we're pouring ourselves, what you're pouring your own into your spirit, honey, because even if it's something as small as a show, like everything okay in moderation. Okay, you ain't gotta overload yourself on these shows and be wondering why things ain't necessarily, working out in your favor, or why your mind is always on stuff. And I promise you, I'm working out and I see a car and I'm just like, bro, if this car roll back, I'm running. But I mean, now granted, that's not nothing that I should not do. I should definitely be aware. But all I could think about was they was finna kidnap me. Like, why is that the first thing in my mind? It probably should be the third. Okay, like, oh, it's a car, second, oh, notice a car, third, oh, be alert. But I automatically thought it was going to kidnap me and take me to a dungeon somewhere. And then, anybody going to see me? I'm looking around any of the cars, like, for real. Like, should I start recording? I got to chill. I got to chill. So, yeah, y'all. Take a breather, y'all. Be careful, be mindful what you're putting into your spirit, honey. So, talking about putting something in your spirit, we're going to talk about Sha'Carri Richardson. So, I'm not sure if we talked about it last time I was on the show, but you guys know that she is I'm going to still say is a top contender for the Olympics in Tokyo for running, for a track star. And she is amazing. She's probably, she's the best in the world right now. Outside of, I don't know the Jamaican girl's name, but they about neck and neck. But so what happens when she she qualified for the Olympics, but then when they did her drug test, she failed her drug test because she had smoked marijuana, right? She had consumed marijuana, and that is a drug that is not approved on the Olympics drug testing thing, right? I feel a couple ways about it, right? I'm happy that it wasn't steroids. I'm happy that it wasn't, anything cliche to athletics. I don't feel like they're singling her out. I feel like, that's just a part of the rules. I understand that she was under a lot of pressure, but I kind of feel like I was talking to a guy today and he said, what blows my mind is that she was that disciplined to get to that point, but not that disciplined not to smoke during that drug test. I feel like she didn't smoke before, right? I don't feel like that was her first time, but you couldn't hold off just to, you know what I'm saying, just to make it over. Now she was under a lot of pressure. She said, you know, that her mom had just passed and all of those things. Like, I can't imagine that. I don't want to imagine that, right? A part of me is just like, Ms. Richardson, like, you've been that disciplined, right? There's nothing else you could have done to help you through that. A part of me also feel like she might have been scared, right? Sometimes when we are to a point where we're so good at something and we have a lot of expectations, if you're not mature, like you're not, I don't even maturely is a word, but if you're mature, if you're not mature enough to believe that you're where everyone is putting you, that can be very scary. And I don't think that she was scared, but I think it's unconsciously, could that have helped her decisions to not be disciplined? Because it's kind of like, I'm going to have to go to the Olympics. I got all these people depending on me. I got everybody, you know, all this pressure. They already was talking about saying the girl was ghetto and da-da-da-da because her hair, because her nails, even though we didn't see that before, but whatever. It's only because she the best, right? But was it too much pressure for her? Some people can't handle that, and we would never understand that. That's why you see a lot of people that you might see them in high school, you might see them in college, and you wonder, why didn't you make it to the NBA? Why didn't you make it to the NFL when you were literally good enough? Like, they don't even have to try, right? But the problem is they don't believe it in themselves. And I'm not trying to put that on her, but I think that is something that we have to consider. Do I think she'll make it to the Olympics? Absolutely. If it's not this year, then it's going to be in 2024 or 2025 or whatever the year is. So as long as she keep working out, baby, she gonna make it. Like, that ain't, she only like 19, 20. It ain't nothing. So she's 21 years old. So yeah, I'm not concerned about that at all. So I don't like how they have nationality on here, American. I feel like they should have African American. But okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they should have American. I feel like she African American. She African American with everything else. When we talk about, I mean, I don't know. When we talk about, you know, y'all want to say she only,
but she's representing America.
So maybe that's what that is.
American.
But this is just on her profile. This is on her Wikipedia profile.
Oh, you know, you can update that. You can update that right now.
Let me go. I'm gonna do that right now. She's African American, okay. Baby. Because if she wasn't Sha'Carri Richardson, what we thinking, she'll be Sha'Carri African American. So anyway, yeah, I think that's something to consider. I think that she has a lot of pressure, good and bad. You know what I'm saying? She works really hard. So it is just very interesting when you see that she's made it this far and then this discipline and this amazing at what she does, but yet could not wait a couple of days to smoke some weed. Because from the time that she made it and she actually won that race and it came out that she wasn't going to make it, I mean, we're talking about a few days.
I bet you some people in the Olympics administration that smoke some weed. I bet you.
I'm pretty sure it is.
So
it's just that
saying.
That's what I'm like. I mean, it's not.
It's just not an enhancing drug. I mean,
not.
It should definitely be legal. They need to stop playing.
Right, and I mean, it's just that it's so new. If people are accepting it, and it's just so new.
It ain't new.
If it's, I said people are accepting it, and that's so new. That is new.
Ain't new.
The drug is not new, and I'm happy that they were actually. What I'm happy about is that she was able to get in front of it, and they not be able to say that she used an enhancer. So that was a good thing, because you know people they'll try to say anything to deter your character, but I am happy that she was able to say, "Baby, it was just weed." Okay,
let the girl run.
But they gotta follow the rules too.
Let the girl run.
So nah, she I want her to run.
Now see,
I want her to run.
There's some folks that I got caught before and they ain't have that happen to them. Phelps.
No.
What happened?
He did not get to. He
didn't get to run.
Nope. He did not get
you
to swim.
Sure?
Positive. He did not get to swim, and not only that, he didn't even test positive. He was seen with a bong. He was just seen with a bong. It's just the rules. That's why I'm like.
Wait, no, it was some girl. Hold on, let me find
it. Was some girl. Okay. I'm gonna say, Miss Richardson. Like I said, she's gonna be able to. And then that's the thing, they actually didn't ban her. Technically, they only gave her a suspension, which would have allowed her to race, but she wasn't selected. So what happens is, from my understanding, is You have to basically qualify, and then once you qualify, then you're able to go up for it, and then they have to select you, right? It just didn't look good. She should have known better. And even if it was a case, which like I say, I've seen this before, and if we want to try to say white and black, Michael Phelps didn't get to do it either. Whatever. So if that was the case, like her being an athlete at this level, you gotta just know. You gotta know what come with it, and she does know. We'll be back.
In Touch Radio is smooth soul.
Rocking your radio on the sounds of soul.
Playing your favorite R&B. In Touch Radio.
Don't miss the first annual Amateur Grillers Cook-Off coming to the Tampa Bay area on Labor Day weekend, September the 5th. Hosted by the Dr. K.C. Patel High School, located at 10721 Rollison Ranch Road, right here in Tampa, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. There will be a $500 cash prize to the best amateur griller. If you feel that you've got the skills, then you need to bring your grill. It doesn't matter how big or how small. You can drive it up, push it up, pull it up, or even let grandma and grandpa help you set it up. Just bring the entire family out and enjoy some of the finest amateur grill meats. Sample the sauce and find out who has the best sauce. Bring your meat and put it on a plate, and let's see if you have what it takes. For vendors information, text 813-965-4456.
When it comes to reality radio, everyone is a star.
I know that's right.
On your smooth soul and R&B station.
On the World Wide Web.
Access granted.
In Touch Radio.
Hey y'all, it's Trap Talk Radio. Trap Talk, trap music, and trap possibilities with Madam CJ. Right here on In Touch Radio, reality radio, where everyone is a star. And if you haven't already, go ahead and text a friend www.in-touchnews.com. Again, it's www.intouchnews.com. If you want to talk to me, call in 813-444-9588. Again, it's 813-444-9588. So we're here talking about Sha'Carri Richardson and basically just saying, like, I feel like it's not a huge deal. She definitely, missed a big opportunity, but it's not the end of the world for her, and I feel like she is going to be able to recover from this. She actually just offered a sponsorship deal with the vapor company of $250,000. Now, they should give her more money than that. Y'all should be paying her a little bit more for a sponsorship. She's an Olympic athlete. So, yeah, and I think if she negotiates well, she'll be able to get more from that. Because at this point, she's a celebrity. Like, she is a celebrity. I know a girl, a friend of mine, she's actually, she ran in the Olympics before, and she got a blue shade next to her name. She works for Nike. So, like, either way, you know what I'm saying? Even if she doesn't necessarily get to go this time, she's going to get so many endorsements. And, I mean, if somebody going to pick her up, right, whether it is Nike or Reebok or Adidas, she's still good for the rest of her life. I do hope she finishes her degree, though, just for her own sake. I feel like when people are that, she's 21, so she's probably a sophomore or junior in college. When you're that close to finishing your degree, girl, just finish it, just knock that out. So I do hope that she's able to finish that. But her world is not over with, y'all. So just y'all make sure that y'all support her in that whatever way we can. Hopefully she come out with a business or something, so we can all buy it up and make her make her rich. If we're gonna have to support her, especially since she able to go to the Olympics. I'm up here trying to look and see if there's what endorsements that she has. So she's only, her net worth is on like 100,000 right now. Saying that she earns between 100 and 300,000. Website asked that the salary of a sprinter is between 45,000 and 50,000. And that may not sound like a lot, right? That a sprinter salary is only about $50,000, but you got to think they don't have to pay for nothing. They don't have to pay for no clothes because they literally have to wear Nike stuff. Like whoever they're endorsed by all the time, I'm pretty sure they have a stipend for living or whatever. So I mean, either way, she's definitely comfortable. Speaking of the amount of money, so I'm going to switch gears a little bit. So there was an article that came out that's saying that full-time minimum wage workers cannot afford a one-bedroom rental in anywhere in the United States. What is that? Minimum wage. Minimum wage right now, the federal minimum wage is $7.25, but the report showed that workers would need to earn at least $24 an hour in order to afford a 2-bedroom home at fair market rent. What do you guys say to that? And people complain when they said that when they they just passed it in Florida that minimum wage should be at $15. I think it should be at $15. I think it should be because I believe in giving people a decent living. Now I don't think I should make you rich, but I do think I should pay you anywhere low end 13, depending on what the job is. You see what I'm saying? If all you have to do is scan tickets there every day, I don't know. We might be able to finesse something, right? But I do think $13 or $15 is a pretty fair wage for people because people got to be able to live. They got to feel like that it's worth their time. If you think about it, if they're getting paid, let's just say $8 an hour, right? Let's do the calculations. $8 an hour times 8 hours a day. That's $64 a day. Is that really worth getting out your bed and going somewhere to work for 8 hours and dealing with whatever customers you have to deal with for $64? I don't know if it's worth it, right? If you do $100 a day divided by 8, that's at least $12.50. Okay, you do that 5 days a week. That's at least $500 a week. Now we kind of okay. I might, especially if it's easy and too hard. I'm just bagging some groceries. It ain't hard. I can talk to my coworkers. I can do that. That's $2,000 a month. That's decent. You know what I'm saying? Now you're talking about $15 an hour. 15 times 8 times 5. Okay, you're making $600 a week. So you're making about $100 more a week at $15. So you make about $600 a week times 4, $2,400. I mean, depending on where you live, you get an apartment, $4,000. That's gross. Yeah, that's gross. Okay, so we got to take out 20%. Now, 20% is high for that tax bracket, but I'm going to do 20%. Right, so $2,400 times 20%. 480, 2,400 minus 480. So you should be bringing home 1920 divided by 4. 480 a week. Okay? 480 a week. So 1920, you get an apartment, $4,000. It's still tough. And that's an average of, that's not even, so that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like, that's really low. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah. And that's at $15 an hour. So people have to really and I don't know what's going to be. I don't know if they should, and this is the thing, I don't know if they should raise minimum wage and lower the living standard. I think they should make it a little bit more even, because if they're going to raise, because some people are getting apartments, people are talking about apartments they're saying like $1,500. I said $1,500 for an apartment? I ain't never moving ever in my life. And that's about a house. That's really how I feel. I deal what I got to deal with, but baby, I'm comfortable where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I got my 2-bedroom. We good. So, I think, I don't know what the middle ground is going to be. I definitely feel like they should raise minimum wage, because people have to be able, especially if you want people to stay on a job, you got to make sure that it's worth them spending their time with, because what this pandemic has showed us is they really could do better somewhere else. Let's keep it G. They may make more money selling frozen cups on the side of the street than coming to your establishment and running your business. But we all need people, right? I know I don't want to be and I said this with as much love for my company as possible, but I don't want to be having to travel every single time we have an event. I want to be able to stay home some weekends, but I gotta work because I don't have the bodies that I'm accustomed to having, and I don't have the people just yet. So I will say this: I definitely understand the cost that it takes to run a business. I understand the cost that we have to consider. We have to pay people, but people deserve to get a fair wage, and they deserve to be able for it to be worth their time. Because if you don't value the people that are working for you, that I feel like that's an indication of how much you value your business. Because at most cases, they are a reflection of your company. They're a reflection of your business. So have some raggedy people at the forefront of your business. Then your business is gonna have a raggedy reputation, which could be an indication of the customers you have. And raggedy people don't pay. Okay, like let's keep it G. You need people with money. You need people to buy your product. And so whatever that may be. And like I said, you have to make it worth people's time, because if it's not worth people's time and they can make more money selling frozen juice on the side of the street, they're going to do that. I promise you. I promise you right now. Somebody get on the corner of like 56 in Hillsborough, honey, in the intersection, and they got frozen cups for $2, and they just spent $3 on a gallon of juice and added just a little bit of sugar and a little fruit, baby, a little fresh fruit. And the fruit be $5 a little thing at Winn-Dixie. They ain't gotta do much. They don't really have to do much, baby. I just created a business right there. Listen, if anybody listening, just give me a free frozen cup. Just give me a free frozen cup, right? But they could sell that. They could sell them things $3 a cup. Get this, Anna. Sell it $3 a cup. All they gotta do is sell 5, and they've made what you trying to pay them in an hour. Most cars gonna buy 2. Okay, it's gonna be at least 10 to 30 cars that stop every single time, and it stop every 3 minutes. Like, man, nigga, come on. So they gonna make them $15 real quick. So that's why it's not only just the pay, but it has to be a conducive environment to make sure that they are one, they feel like they're doing something worth their time. I know for people that work for Painting in the Trap, I pay no less than about $13 an hour. Like I said, the job is fun. It comes to Painting in the Trap. All they do is pass out paint and dance and drink. It is a very fun job, but it's still work. You know what I'm saying? My body be hurting after, because we have to set up, and we gotta dance, and we gotta entertain the people, and with this climate that we're in, we risking our, we gotta be in people's face, all of those things. You feel what I'm saying? So, and I want them to have a good attitude and have a good spirit and cater to the customers. So those are the things that I consider. Yes, is it a fun job? Is it easy? Yep. Will my cousins come if they can and probably do it for free because they just want to be there? Yep, but they can't. Right? And I want the people, when I call them, let them know, hey, we have 7 events this month. I need you to be available. I need them to make that a priority, because I need to pay them and make sure that I have a conducive environment. That's why I let my employees, I let them drink on a job. I said, you can have 2 drinks if you can handle that. That's it. Now, I don't need you sloppy drunk because you still got a job to do, right? But if that's what's going to make you comfortable, have your 2 drinks. I want you drinking anyway, so these people can buy more drinks. You feel what I'm saying? I want you drinking. I want you to have a good time. I want you dancing. What you need from me? You want to have a shirt? We'll get you a shirt. We'll pay for your shirt. Because I want you to come, and I want you to be happy, and I want you to have a good time. I don't need nobody at none of my businesses having an attitude or not happy when they're coming away, because I depend on these people. I'm a servant leader, and I believe in order for you to get what you want out of people, you have to serve them in the capacity that they need to be served. If that means that your employee like to have, if your business is conducive to this, want to have candles, baby, with their favorite fragrance, and they're being most productive, and they're making you money, baby, buy the candles. Okay. That ain't hurting you to spend $5, $10 on a candle. That's gonna make them happy, so they can do their job, and which can make you money. Like, understand, y'all. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what needs to happen. I do believe that it needs to be more close. The gap needs to be closer. But people got to be able to live, y'all. That's crazy. People making minimum wage cannot afford an apartment. So I'm gonna have to give, y'all. So I'm gonna have to give, or people gonna be on the side of the corner selling frozen cups. $3 a pop. We'll be back, y'all. Trap Talk Radio. We'll be back.
When it comes to reality radio, everyone is a star.
Shining star for you to see what your life can truly be.
On your smooth soul and R&B station.
On the World Wide Web.
In Touch Radio.
Hey, this is Agent Wright, better known as Mr. Clean. You looking for some great barbecues? Come see them two brothers in the grill, located at 423 Virginia Street, Charleston, West Virginia. We got ribs, chicken, pulled pork, brisket, collard greens, mac and cheese, baby. Come get some and get you a nice, smooth cigar. 304-550-4431. That is 304-550-4431. Come get some, baby. The Rib Man, mama, the Rib Man.
Hey y'all, it's Trap Talk Radio, Trap Talk, Trap Music, and Trap Possibilities with Madam CJ, right here on In Touch Radio, reality radio, where everyone is a star. And if you haven't already, you should have by now. It's 30 minutes in the game. 30 minutes in the game. Text your friends or text a friend. www.in-touchnews.com. Again, it's www.intouchnews.com. And call in and talk to me, 813-444-9588. Again, it's 813-444-9588. We in here, Trap Talk Radio, y'all. I feel good. I'm rubbing my feet together. I'm comfortable. I'm real comfortable. Y'all, that's a secret of mine. So every time, if I get somewhere and I'm comfortable, I take my shoes off. It is not probably the most sanitary thing, but I do it. And then I wonder why my baby never went. I mean, y'all, Legacy don't like to have shit. Anna can tell you. She'll be, take these, and she be like, Mommy. Now she be like, Mommy, and she hold her feet up, and we get in the car. Now, I will say we have some progress. You know, now they haven't really said she's been taking her shoes off at daycare. She hasn't did that much. I know that she only really does it when we're in a comfortable place, which is so crazy. Just like me, right? Oh, where'd she get that from? And as I look down at my feet and I'm rubbing my feet together, my best friend came to my house. I was at my mom's house, and so Legacy was sitting on my mom getting her hair done, and but all of us, my mom, myself, and Legacy, both had our feet crossed and was rubbing our feet together. And it was just something that we did. And then so Chico was just like, do you notice all y'all do that? I'm like, do what? Our comfortable space. I think it's so interesting how things can be passed on genetically. I was talking to Ann about it. When I have this habit, it's not the best habit in the world, actually pretty bad. I pull out my hair when I'm nervous. If I'm thinking, I pull out my hair. That's why I think I do so well with the dreads, because I'm not able to pull out my hair. And I'm like, damn, Michelle said that my hair growing so much. And she's like, yeah, because you ain't playing with it. So I do that, right? Literally got like a little light patch over here. Like, it's sad. I got a little patch. I did start putting a little oil on it, y'all. So we'll see. I've been massaging. My mom was like, you have to massage it. So I've been massaging it. But my baby, when she gets frustrated, she pulls on her hair. I think that is so interesting. It's something I definitely want to break and try to, if it is anxiety, if it is whatever, I want to try to teach her healthier ways to do that besides pulling her hair. But she's 2, so there's no way that she could have been able to learn that understand that I'm doing that out of frustration. So the only way that could happen is that it's genetics, right? So I think we have to be very careful about what food we are feeding our bodies, our minds, and our souls, even before we have children, you know. And I might have said this on the show before, but I was talking to one of my friends, and she was saying that she really wanted to be whole before she had a kid. And I said, you know, I don't think we can ever really be whole. You know, that's just because we're always evolving. But I think you should definitely be as healed as possible before you bring a child into this world because of that, right? Something as simple as me pulling out my hair when I'm frustrated. Imagine if I was more emotionally damaged when I was pregnant, when I or even now, what I give to her, what energy I give to my baby, what energy I'm pouring in my house, like that'd be some serious stuff. You talking about criminal minds? you know, this is the thing, and I thank God and I praise God that I'm have a positive environment enough that I can identify when something don't feel right. When I can identify why I got this uneasy feeling, like what's going on, right? That's because I'm not normally like that. If that was consistent, I wouldn't be able to identify a difference, right? So, I think it's very important for us to be as healed as possible up until that point. I was watching Iyanla, I was saying her name wrong. I was watching Iyanla Fix My Life, and it was an episode of a mom had 7 girls. 1, 2, 2. She had 6 girls, right? Had 6 girls. She only raised 4 of them. The 2 in the middle she gave away. Because when she was with those 2, she just felt like she didn't want to be a mom anymore. She was struggling with drugs, and she had the first 2. She got on drugs. She had the second 2. Gave them, I didn't want to be a mom anymore. Got her life together, right? Or began to get her life together and had the last 2 and kept those 2. She had been molested. She had been raped. By family members. And interesting enough, she gave one of her kids to the family that molested her. I just don't understand. She was so damaged. But the scary part about it was she felt like she had it together. That was so insane to me. I was watching it with my mom, and I'm just like, and she never answered, like, why you gave her to your molester? Only to find out that she did it to you. Like, you couldn't expect the man not to do nothing else but the same thing he did to you. And so the girl asked her mom that, but why would you do that? Why you gave me to him? Right? She was, It wasn't his child. It was like let's say it was an uncle, a great uncle. And at the time she wanted to actually say she wanted to terminate the pregnancy, but her family and said, oh no, you don't have to, and they end up taking the baby. It just don't make no type of sense to me. And that mother, so that child, this is the interesting part, that child had 7 children, right? So she had 7 children. She felt like, I'm doing better than my mom because I got 7 kids and I got all my kids. And immediately when she said that, I said, no, baby, you not. Iyanla said, and it's so profound, she said, sometimes a child not supposed to be with their mama because of the damage that mother can cause, right? It don't sound right, and it may not feel good, but, and I'm saying that she's a bad mom, but that girl, this child in particular, that had so many questions, and she was so upset with her mom, but yet she wanted her mom's love. She literally cried for the 3 days they were there. If you are crying right here, what are you doing with your kids? And she had 7 and she was only 29. That's some serious stuff, right? 7 kids and she's only 29, and she felt like she was doing better than her mom. Now, you know, don't get your kids to no molesting. Like I don't understand. I don't understand none of that. But what her mom did know is, I do not want to be a mom. And she made a horrible decision by who she gave the baby to, right? If the baby had to be here. But she knew what she couldn't give. So who knows what they could have got from her if they would have stayed with her, right? Sometimes I can see that being better off if the child is going to be in a loving and healthy environment and not miss out. Versus being abused and tormented because the parent is not able to give the child what they need. I don't understand it. I don't know what that feels like as a child. Thank God I don't want it. I don't feel like no child should ever have to experience that. But there are some children that stay with their parents and they be abused and it's just horrible situation. Like, you hear that when you're like, just get a child to somebody else. Like, just do that. You know, I hope you always be like, girl, just give me the babies. Like, she always, but for real, you know, if you don't, I would rather you give someone else the baby than have them grow up and just make them feel like, why am I here? Why am I here? When you could have just, I promise you it's a family out there that's going to love them and they're going to do the best that they can, right? It's just crazy. So I do believe that we should definitely try our best to be as healed as possible before we bring these kids into the world, because you don't know what you're creating. You don't know what you're damaging. You don't know what what God has ordained on their life and what you pouring into them. Just like when kids are just negative, right? They're just, oh, I'm ugly. Where you got that from, baby? How you feel that way and you 5? Right? What are we feeding them? This probably gonna ruffle some feathers, but you know, and I'm gonna say this too. Now, this not just black moms, but I'm around a lot of black people, right? And I'm black. As black moms, we really have to We have to stop blaming these children for choosing bad baby daddies and bad husbands. It's not the kids' fault, and that is what happens. They get mad at these kids. 2 things happens, right? They have a baby by somebody, and they won. I.e., one situation is this: you know, you're having someone's first child. You don't really know how that's gonna go, right? I was telling someone that today. Like, you can, you know, a person can be like, you know, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. It's different when the baby get here. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole new reality. But the hope is for it to pan out because you just don't know that. That's one scenario. Second scenario, right? That you're with someone and you see what type of parent they are, and you still decide to have a baby with them when you see that they're not the best parent, right? The third scenario is they're trying to be a good parent, and you're just trying to make it difficult because of your emotions you have going on. We have to really stop blaming these children for these 3 choices because you just don't know. Right? Like I said, if you from a woman's standpoint, if you're having a child with a guy that don't have kids, you don't really know. But if I'm with a man, baby, and I can see you don't take care of your kids, and I have a baby from you, don't you complain about that man not taking care of it because you already knew that. And it's not that child's fault because you decided that you still want it after God has already shown you. God already shown you what this person is capable of. And you decided to go and have a lifelong commitment to them. That ain't that child's fault. Right? And if it was a situation where you didn't know that was going to be the case or something you didn't know, that's still, because a lot of times I've seen, like I said, I only can speak for black women, we take our frustration and our anger and we take it out on the kids when it's really not their fault. And then the kids grow up trying to figure out, why you don't like me? Or baby, it's not even really you they don't like. They don't like your daddy. Or they don't like themselves. Or they don't like the decisions that they made that they have to live with. Now they got to take care of this human being when you should have just not did that. Right? You should have just not did that if that was going to be the case. God might have been able to give that seed to somebody else. Even though that seed was supposed, I believe it was supposed to come through you. Baby, you what you poured into it is you could actually be tainting the flower that God is putting that child to grow up. We got to be careful with that. Stop picking these raggedy baby daddies. Stop it. Or thinking that your situation going to be different because it's not.
Stop picking raggedy baby mamas too. That too. Okay. It's
Absolutely.
on both.
It's coming there. It's coming there.
Yeah. Both sides.
Absolutely. I know a woman right now that she is taking care of her. She said she's taking care of her granddaughter because her mama just don't want to be a mama. I said, your son ain't know that. I said, which one is your son? Which one is your grandchild? If it ain't number 1, if your grandchild ain't number 1, you feel? You see where I'm going with that?
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, stop playing with me. Men, stop doing that.
Well,
stop.
They can stop.
We have to, because the thing about it is you have to really be careful about who you're creating these children with because you're creating another person from that.
Correct.
If we're
and
talking
everything
about,
that comes with that person is also going to be bestowed upon your child.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, you definitely have to be careful of your seed because it is sacred. Be careful of your eggs because they are sacred. Yeah. But yeah, we're not taught that either.
We're not.
But yes, we definitely need to tap back into that knowledge of self.
Everyone is not supposed to be your baby mama.
No.
That's not what's, and I don't think I've ever really touched on this, but it's like, I believe Rick and I were supposed to have legacy. Literally. Right? Our baby is just, you know, she's so perfect, right? Of course I'm gonna say that. But even the environment that we're able to raise her in, right? It was calculated. You have to be very careful about that because not everyone is going to be conducive to the child you want to raise and the environment you want to raise. I mean, she's right. Y'all, just pick better people. Y'all, we'll be back. Pick better people, y'all. Please. Shop Talk Radio.
Oh, Ricky. Ask Ricky. You need medical or a lawyer. I got the man to do the legwork for you. We tried the other ones before, so believe we hunted down 813-248-6300. Everything gon' be okay, call Ricky, he coming. He taking kids near the floor to grab a pen of sundown. 184-361-RICK. That's 184-361-425. Never word from the point forward, just recline. Just ask Ricky, plus your boy statewide. Just in case you missed it, I'ma tell you one more time. 184-361-RICK. Call Ricky, ask Ricky is a legal medical referral service. The doctors and lawyers in our network are trained in handling auto injury claims and getting you the best medical treatment and recovery. Dial 1-844-361-RICK. That's 1-844-361-7425. Ricky. Ask Ricky.
In Touch Radio, where you can listen to a cruising flow of smooth soul and jazz, today's R&B, a fun touch of hip-hop and gospel.
All my music on one station.
Giving you a buffet of music, news, and entertainment. We're In Touch Radio.
Hey y'all, it's Trap Talk Radio, Trap Talk, Trap Music, and Trap Possibilities with Madam CJ right here on In Touch Radio, reality radio where everyone is a star. Y'all, we are here. It's our last segment, and we've been having a good old show, y'all. We were talking about Sha'Carri Richardson and how like she made a mistake, but it's not the end of the world. We were just talking about how rent needs to be affordable, and that wasn't even my third topic, but we ended up talking about how you got to be careful about the kids you have, the people you have kids with, men and women. Y'all stop picking ragged people, right? And then I think also, like now, at first I would say I didn't want to. I said this, man. I don't want to date a man who got a baby. Like now I'd be like, I ain't trying to do that. I just don't want to deal with all that. But I would say that before. But now I'm considering like I may consider a child. And God is going to give you your heart's desires. The only reason I said that whole but sure is because I'm not a big, I ain't no huge kid person like that. You know, everybody around me kind of know that. You know, I'm a, do my thing and I'm sweet or whatever, but what'd you say? I'm a legacy mama, you know what I'm saying? A couple other little kids, you know, every now and then. You know what I'm saying? I don't really foresee my house being a house that have a whole bunch of kids over all the time. But I am low-key a little bit of a helicopter mama. So if my baby at your house, I'm probably going to be at your house too. I'm probably going to be, I may not be there, but I'm probably going to be on the porch of my computer, having a little margarita or something. I ain't going to leave my baby too far. But all them kids ain't coming to my house. Nah, I don't know. But anyway, the reason I said I'm open to that is because I want to see how a man is with their children now. I don't want to, a part of me doesn't want to guess that. And then I want to know, like, you take care of your kids. I feel like if a man live in the same city as a child, you going more than a week or two without seeing your baby is too long. How your baby in the same city and you ain't seen him in a month? I just don't understand that. Because you probably see your homeboys or your homegirls or talk to them. I literally talk to, like, my god sisters every other day. How you see your kids talk to your kids every other day? That doesn't make sense to me. Even say, hey, how you doing? You good? You all right? Okay. You want to go some ice cream? I don't care if it's something as simple as your job. What you do is take them to school. That makes a difference. Just take, even if it's 20 minutes, take them to school, have them a little breakfast. That's y'all time. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to see that in a man and see how he handles that situation. How do you handle the mother of your child? How do you handle her? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all still argue? What y'all still arguing about? And why? Because if y'all still arguing about, if she gets you that mad, you still love her. I need to know that. I need to know that. I need to know that. She shouldn't be getting you that mad. Like,
Go home, bro.
go home, boo.
You want to go home, so go ahead.
Now, granted, you're dealing with human beings, so there's going to be some communication differences. There's going to be things, natural roadblocks you guys may not agree on everything when it comes to the child or whatever. We still trying to get legacy off this darn binky and just pacify. We still trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? So there's some differences there in perspective, right? I'm like, she all right to go to sleep with it. No, she not. So outside of that, though,
Leave Lexi alone.
what y'all arguing about?
Y'all better
Most
leave
of the
Lexi
time, and my baby too, praise God,
alone. Y'all better leave
hallelujah.
Lexi alone.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. And I'm praising him because I don't ever want to be in a position where I'm judging anybody. Right? So I have to be grateful for the environment that we're creating because I don't want to judge. You don't know everyone's situation. So that's why I'm praising God. But I know we got to let Anna tell her Legacy can run around this whole place barefoot, picking up sticks, and we ain't got to stop her. Okay?
Lexi can do what she wants.
Anna feel like my baby can do whatever she wants. I'm like, Anna, get her. Leave her alone.
And I'll chase her all over 5508.
She do. That is her auntie Anna, but she chased my baby. Just let her, which I'm grateful for because
Let her live her life.
I don't really have the mental capacity. So Anna be like, girl, she all right. And Anna don't even be phased. She be having so much fun with her, whatever. But I want to be able to see how you handle the mother of your child, how you handle conflict, how you handle, like I say, i.e., are you guys still arguing about something? Are you still jealous? Like,
Are y'all still sleeping together?
are you still, okay, we're going to go there. We're going to go there. Are you still sleeping with her?
Because y'all still live together? Because
I kind of want to know that.
Cause y'all be living together and stuff.
I'm kind of asking them questions out the gate now. Like,
Facts.
hey, what, you got kids?
That's what. Listen, I got a whole Rolodex of questions to
We
ask.
ain't waste. I feel like we're at the age now that we're over 30. Okay.
For sure.
All that teeter-tottering
I don't care
around,
what color
we
your.
ain't doing
I
that.
don't care what your favorite color is.
We ain't doing that no more.
I don't
The
care.
formality's out the door.
I don't care what your favorite color is. I want to know. Do you
What's
know
your,
by yourself?
what's your first three questions? That's good. That's good. Your first three questions.
My first three questions.
Like
is-
good questions. Like,
Do you have children?
Okay.
What do you do for work? And do you have siblings?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think that was a three.
Yeah.
Why, and why?
Well, I asked if they have children because I don't have children, so I need to know what type of time you're working with.
Okay. Very good.
I asked what kind of work they do because I'm an entrepreneur. So I need to know, do you work a 9 to 5? Are you an entrepreneur? What are you looking for as far as work? Like, do you want to continue in your field? Are you in the field that you want to be in? Are you looking for something else? Like
What's traditional 9 to 5 out for you?
No, it's not out as long as they like their job.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like, but if you don't like your job, I don't want to hear that. Because if you don't like your job, then what are you doing to get out of that? And what's your next step to leave that alone?
So why the siblings?
Because did you grow up by yourself? Because that's going, like, I'm used to having people around, right? Because I'm the oldest of 4. A only child is not used to that. So my lifestyle and their lifestyle may be different because I might not mind my siblings coming over and chilling and they just gonna pop up. Whereas why are they here? What is going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like all that noise. I don't like people around. So I need to know, like, did you grow up with a big family, a small family? Because my family is huge and you gonna see them. And 9 times out of 10, if my family don't like you, we ain't gonna last because they are here, right? If you don't have family, then I probably don't have nobody to impress. So it's gonna be easier for me to get along with you and your people because it's not so many.
Understand.
And then you're gonna be like, well, why your brother don't like? Man, my brother crazy. So he about to question you.
That's very interesting because although I'm not an only child, I kind of grew up as an only child, right? My brother came to live with us when he was 13. I was 6.
Mm-hmm.
So even then, we're 6 years apart. So our parents made sure that we still kind of had, we didn't have to share nothing,
Mm-hmm.
right?
See, I ain't lived that life.
We wasn't necessarily in the same age group. We didn't really have to be home that much by ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like together. So we
Right.
didn't have that. I feel like we're closer. We're definitely closer now since I became an adult. But I don't like a lot of people at my house
Mm-hmm.
all the time.
Mm-hmm. I don't like a lot of people at my house all the time, but I know that it's going to be possible. Like
Yeah.
every third week, I get my nephews.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have children,
Yeah.
but I'm going to get them.
And
So
I think
you need to know that.
But even to your point, like family is important. Like we're gonna do family stuff. You know
We
what I'm
are.
saying? So I was trying to go to my brother's house last night. Didn't make it, but like, okay, I ain't seen him in a couple
We're going to
weeks.
be doing some family stuff. So if
That's
you're an
what
only
they
child and
eat.
you don't care about hanging out with your cousins and
Yeah,
stuff like that, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like that's going
yeah.
to probably be a problem for me because why you don't chill with your family?
Not only that, why
That's-
you don't have nothing to do on your own? Why you
why you, don't chill
why
with
you
your
over here
family?
all the time?
Why? Yeah.
You got nothing to do?
Nothing at all. No hobby.
You know, for
You know?
guys, and I hate to focus on guys, but I'm a woman. For some guys that want to control, they hate women like us.
That's because I ain't to be controlled.
Right. And what that is what I found is when you have a big family, they it's more of a challenge for them to try to control you.
Yeah.
Because you will have all these other factors
Mm-hmm.
and people actually looking out for your well-being.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? They
Right.
get intimidated by that. But why you gotta go hang out for me? Why you gotta? And I don't really deal with this, but as an example, why you gotta hang out with your god sisters? Because that's what we do.
That's what we do.
That's what we were
What you
doing it
know?
before.
Duh. Finna go out.
What's the problem?
Finna slide. Peace.
You gonna be with your siblings? Like we go to my mama's house.
I'm going to my mama's house. I'm going to my sister's house. You know, I might be sliding up to Chicago. Might slide
Yeah.
to Cincinnati. Might slide to St. Louis. You know what I'm saying?
For
You
sure.
just never know because, I mean, I have a big, my family is close.
Yeah.
So that's important to me. Very, very important to me.
I
If
think
you don't like your family, we ain't gonna get along. Because our families better mesh. Like, because it's gonna be one big happy family around here. We gotta
so.
mesh.
I think for me, the questions would be, where does your faith lie? I didn't know where your faith is. Do you have kids? And I got to figure out that third question. It's probably gonna be 4, but I don't want to say what do
I
you
got like
do.
10 questions.
Yeah, I don't want to say what do you do for a living because I don't really care about that. I got to figure, but it's going to be something in the nature of like, are you confident where you are in your career? Because if you're not confident where you are in your career, you're gonna be trying to weigh me down. I don't got time for that.
Ain't got time.
Do you feel like you're financially well off or financially stable? That's definitely a question.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Right?
Where are you gonna be in 5 years? Where
Not-
do you see yourself in 5 years?
Yeah, and not saying that
Do
you
you
know
have
that you don't
goals?
have debt. I got debt. You know
Do
what
you
I'm
have
saying? But
goals?
like, do you have a savings account?
Do you have goals? What kind?
Are you insecure?
Do you want to be a husband? I was just
Ooh, do you wanna
talking
be-
to my cousin
Wow.
about that today. She said, I've been trying to explain to people that it's not enough to just be married, right? It's not enough for a man to just want a wife. He has to want to be a husband.
That is very good.
Do you want to be a husband,
Wow.
sir?
Do you want to be a husband?
Do you? Do you want to be a father? Like a real one? Like a real father, a real husband? Because that's not what you're looking for, right? That's not what you aspire to be.
It's gonna be a problem.
It's going to be a problem,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And if we get all of these things out of the way
We ain't gotta waste
first,
nobody's
then we don't have to
time.
waste anybody's time. And you don't have to be upset like, well, why you don't like me? Well, we ain't
Nah,
going
we ain't
to
compatible.
mesh. Yeah, it's not that I don't like you. I could really like you, but we ain't going to mesh.
And you know what?
What's
You
the
can
point?
like people, and they don't have to be in your space like that.
Correct.
That is.
You can
key.
also like people and not be in a relationship with them.
girl. Yes.
You could be friends. Y'all could be real good business partners. Heck, y'all could just be really good friends. Like, hey, I like chilling.
'Cause you
I
gotta
like
think,
your energy. I
there's-
like the advice you give me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
There's
I
people
could
that you
cool.
call for certain things, right? I have a homegirl. Like when I get on the phone, we literally laugh for hours. But I call her for that. I call her,
Right.
girl, what you doing? We will laugh about, girl, I dropped my phone. We will laugh about me dropping my phone for 30 minutes. That's just what it is. Like, people be like, what y'all laughing about? Girl, she dropped the phone. You ain't seen it. We laughing for it. Just silly. That's okay for people of the opposite sex or the same sex if you like that or whatever. to be that in your life, right?
Yes.
So this is a good show, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you guys are not busy next weekend and you're in Tampa, make sure you guys check out the Hood Brunch. It's going down next week. Tickets are going fast. It's going to be a good time right here at 5508. I love you guys. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.